Saturday morning, we get up from our hotel and go off to find croissant and espresso. Off the island we go. Well, we had to. We couldn't find anything nearby for a bakery that was open. It was too early in the morning.
So we found croissant and we found espresso at two different places.
So we drank the espresso, but felt it was imprudent to eat from another restaurant.
So there we are. As soon as we left, we started eating. Now we are off to the left bank and the Latin Quarter, which is medieval Paris, circa 1000 to 1400.
This is a small church on our island, and away we go to, oops, look, a place to stop and eat.
Yes. We're hungry before we get going, and let's have a quick bite. A baguette with tuna on it.
Yum. Now we're off to go down the streets and off to
The Cluny Museum, which is a medieval art museum started by a gentleman in the mid-1800s in his home.
It wasn't George Clooney, but it was close. This is a Roman bath. It's been here a while, this space.
The museum has been expanded and it was just completed in 2022. It includes all kinds of artifacts from medieval Paris, including stained glass, swords, jewels, and one surprise. It includes the beheaded apostles from the Notre Dame. The revolutionaries thought that they were beheading royalty, but instead they were beheading the apostles. Oopsie.
Wrong apostles. Again, you get a timeline with the museum, and this is all pre-Renaissance. It's sort of evolutionary in nature. In the stained glass develops over time, and as it does, more colors are available. They develop more techniques and colors as time goes on. Green was one of the last colors that was developed. Carvings, a lot of craftsmanship were evolving at this time. Within the museum is an example of a cathedral construction. And a lot of the things are day-to-day utensils. So again, it's not grand in nature, it's very interesting.
And tapestries, they really highlight tapestries there.
Here's our headboard for our new bed. This is St. Stephen's life. Like the stained glass stories, they recorded St. Stephen's life over time in a tapestry. This one was made in 1569, so it's 455 years old. It's never been dusted.
And here is The Lady in the Unicorn, which is a series of 6 tapestries reflecting the 5 senses, such as taste, hearing, sight, smell, and also...
Aimant sous désir.
So what is she desiring? We don't know.
Unicorn does. From there we went off.
To be the marché, the market.
And
Saturday morning.
each neighborhood does have a market on a certain day, and this is really a foodie area of Paris, so it has an extensive market.
It's like they have a different word for everything over there.
I know, it's amazing. Wonderful fish, produce.
Some poems.
We didn't buy anything because we were going on a food tour in a few minutes.
We had time to sit down and have just a quick espresso and glass of water before we headed out to the food tour that started at La Maison d'Isabelle. In France, every 4 years, a competition is held for bakers and other people who prepare foods, and the winner is awarded an award that is translates milieu ouvrier.
Meilleur ouvrier de France.
Yeah, that.
Ah, or muff.
Yeah, this is Neil, our host on the food tour, and all of the places that he took us to were MOFs. They had been recognized for their contributions to the wonderful ability to produce food.
Even though this place looked like it made spectacular bread, which I'm sure it did, and pastries, it was known for its croissant.
Right next door, cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, a French cheese shop. I gotta tell you, it's pretty overwhelming. And take us a while to get through here. We won't eat every piece of cheese. In fact, what we were doing as we were going along is we were learning about the cheeses, and we would collect them and have them later at the end.
Yeah, so Neil selected a few for us to taste at the end of the tour.
Looks like a cheese sandwich on cheese on the lower left there. From here, we went to
Chocolat.
there's a giant carved chocolate fish in the window.
This guy was a chocolate artist. Made spectacular chocolates. And
Gummies. These represent a celebration of the 7 weeks of civil unrest in May 1968. Arnaud Lard. Once again, now we need dessert after those things.
patisserie. We chose a few things here. Had Neil collect them.
And then off to the basement of a wine shop where those grapes are fake, by the way. We just snarfed down all of the food that we had been looking at and drank wine.
And so we had a nice buzz going on. And we left and walked to the Sorbonne University, which is known for its nonconformity and free thinking. And then we're off to Place Saint-Michel, where rebellion and protest are accepted, and the 1968 protests occurred.
I made a new friend.
Yes, and we stopped by Shakespeare and Company before heading back.
Along the left bank of the Seine River, where it was Friday night and party time.
Saturday night.
Saturday night and party time.
But I'm sure Friday night looks about the same.
Yeah, it was that wine, I think, that did it.
Yeah. End of a long day. No gelato for us.
No gelato now.